we have reached the end of Phase 5 of the MCU, so I'm going to stop and rank all 6 Phase 2 MCU films, ranked from the worst to the best. Let's go. So yes, I'm ranking all 6 Phase 2 MCU films, and remember, my list is not the right list, it's just my list, and I'd love to hear your list in the comments. Share your ranking of all 6 Phase 2 MCU films. Without further ado, let's get to the ranking.
In last place, Thor: The Dark World.
If I asked 95% of MCU fans what is one of your least favorite Marvel films, 95% of them would say Thor: The Dark World, which, in my opinion, little shocking. There are worse movies in the MCU than Thor: The Dark World. I really don't understand how much hate that movie gets. Do I think it's good? No. Alright, but I think it's an underrated MCU film. Now, you guys are going to immediately think, oh, I love this film, it's good, it's great, all that stuff. No, I don't think that at all. But I also don't think it's an atrocious, awful film like 95% of MCU fans think. There's that 5%, and I am in that 5% that defend this movie. Again, it's not a good movie, but it's also not bad. It's an okay, mediocre MCU film. I give it a 5 out of 10. It's an okay film, but it's not as bad as some of the other trash that the MCU's put out. But yes, obviously, like, if this is the weakest movie of Phase 2, Phase 2 is very consistent. And yeah, like, the weakest movie in Phase 2 is an okay film. That is pretty damn good. So, yeah. Now, there's stuff I like about it. I like the more darker tone that they're going for. The first Thor was like a jokester movie, same with Thor Ragnarok, Love and Thunder, but Thor: The Dark World is that kind of like oddball where it's, sure, yeah, there's jokes in it. It's really more of a serious tone Thor, and a lot of us have been wanting that, just not in the Dark World way. But yeah, we got the serious tone Thor, really enjoyed that. I kind of like the comedy Thor better, but yeah. I like the more darker tone, like the gray, like the atmosphere of just this gray. It's just such a dark atmosphere that they're setting up here with like all the gray and stuff. I actually like that. I think it's cool. Visually, it looks great. I like the dynamic here with Thor and Loki. I think it's better in Ragnarok in my opinion, but I still think it's good in this movie. I think that the action sequences are good, especially that fight scene in the Dark World. I thought that was awesome. I do think the final battle is very lame. That's the weakest action sequence in the movie, but that sequence in the Dark World, that fight scene is awesome. I think Malekith and all of the Dark Elves are great villains. I mean, not great, sorry. Scratch that. Alright, just pretend I did not say great. No, I think that Malekith and the Dark Elves are like cool villains. They're not great. I don't know why I said great. What's wrong with me, again? They're not great villains, but like, I think that they're very cool villains. They're misunderstood. I don't know why people hate them as villains. No, they're very cool villains. I like what they're doing here. And yeah, I like how we get to spend like the entire film on Asgard. I think that's awesome, except for the final battle. And yeah, there's also stuff I don't like. First of all, for some reason, there's like this plot line on Earth. So there's like a 10% that's on Earth. Other than the final battle, there is still Earth scenes, of course, in the beginning, but like throughout the film, once Jane and Thor, like Jane gets infected and Thor takes Jane back to Asgard, we're still on Earth for some reason, and we're like, there's this plot line with Darcy and this doctor guy and all that. Like the doctor guy from the first movie in the Avengers. There's this plot line with them that's still in the movie. So, like every 10 minutes from Asgard, all this stuff happens. We'll cut back to Earth with Darcy and the Doctor. Why are we cutting back to Earth? Thor and Jane are not even on there. Jane is not even there. Why are we cutting back to Earth? Nobody wants to see this plot line with Darcy and the Doctor guys. Like, I found that to be super stupid. Very pointless and dumb plot line. Also, I find the film to be boring. Like, I don't think it's as boring and bland as people make it out to be. In my opinion, hot take, Iron Man 2 is more boring than Thor: The Dark World. Hot take there, I know it is. Like, people trash on Iron Man 2, but they say it's always better than Thor the Dark World, not as boring, all that stuff. Iron Man 2 is way more boring than Thor the Dark World, in my opinion. But yeah, overall, Thor the Dark World is an underrated film. It's not good, it's not bad. It's a mediocre, middle of the road, 5 out of 10 MCU film. And yeah, so stop trashing on it, MCU fans.
In fifth place, Ant-Man.
Speaking of underrated movies, Ant-Man. I don't know why nobody talks about this movie, ever. I don't hear anything. So I'm assuming that people are just thinking in their heads, Ant-Man, skip it. Not because it's bad, it's because it's a movie that does absolutely nothing for the MCU. Which, sure, I understand where you're going at. It really doesn't. It doesn't change anything big. It's not like a Thor movie or a Captain America movie or an Iron Man movie. It's not like any of those where obviously it's going to do something big with the MCU. It's going to make a big change. Well, no. Ant-Man is this small, and see what I did there, is it's this smaller MCU film that really, it doesn't do anything for the MCU. It's a pointless film. Like, mandatory, you don't need to watch it. There's like maybe a couple scenes in there that do a little thing for the MCU, then you could watch those scenes, but most of the film, no. That's not what it's made to be. It's made to be this fun, heist MCU film that you just have a good time with. And yeah, and that's what it is. It's a good movie. I like this film. Obviously, Paul Rudd, he's super fun as Ant-Man. He's hilarious. This film is actually maybe one of the funniest movies in the MCU. Absolutely hilarious. Obviously, we get Louise and the Ex-Cons. They are absolutely hilarious. We get Hank Pym and Hope. All of them, they're great. Yellow Jacket is a fun villain. I like the plot of him. And overall, it's just a fun, underrated heist movie in the MCU that you'll just have a good time with, man. And I would like people to appreciate this movie more and give it some more hype. It's not a really good film. It's not great, but it's a fun, good movie. And just, yeah, you'll have a good time with this film. Enjoy it. And yeah, so please, MCU fans, talk about this movie more.
In fourth place, Iron Man 3.
This is another underrated MCU film. A lot of people trash on this film. They only hate it for one reason, is the Mandarin twist. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. I'm not, like, familiar with the Mandarin from the comics, so obviously I didn't go into this film excited to see the Mandarin. But I think that, like, seeing him in, like, the beginning to the middle half of the film, just seeing how cool, how dark, and violent this terrorist guy is, was, like, chilling. It was really cool. So they set up this big violent terrorist to be a crappy twist, man. I thought he was going to be, like, this really cool dude, and this really dark guy, and I thought he looked really cool for, like, the beginning of the film, and then, yeah, the twist was terrible. Like, I'm not even joking when I say the twist of the Mandarin might be one of the most, like, wasted and one of the worst overall movie twists of all time. Like, it is a terrible twist. That's literally my only negative for the film that brings it down from keeping it from being, like, a great movie, is the Mandarin twist, how terrible it is. How they're like, oh no, it's just this really joking, dumb comedy actor. That's what he is. So I found that to be absolutely terrible, one of the worst twists of all time. Everything else about the film is really good. The fire people, great villains. The action sequences are great. Like that scene where his house gets destroyed and all the suits are destroyed. Awesome scene. Awesome. The final battle is so awesome. Like, I absolutely, like, one of the best action sequences in the MCU is the final battle in Iron Man 3. Love it. I love how darker it is. I love the Christmas atmosphere. The kid actor in this is not annoying. For once, we have a kid actor in a comic book movie that isn't annoying. Let's go. It's the guy from, the kid from Jurassic World. He was great in this movie. He was a lot of fun. Absolutely hilarious. The interactions between him and Tony were absolutely hilarious. When he would get panic attacks and stuff, be like, can you just shut up for 1 second? Like, absolutely hilarious. The comedy in this film is great. I really don't understand why people don't talk about this movie more and just hate on it just because of the Mandarin twist. It's terrible, but everything else about the film is great. I love it. So, yeah, not a great movie, but just a really fun watch.
In third place, Avengers Age of Ultron.
Now, I actually really like this film. This movie is kind of underrated also. Like this, Iron Man 3, Ant-Man, Thor the Dark World, all underrated movies. Obviously, Thor the Dark World is the only mediocre movie on this list. Everything else is good and above. But yeah, my top two are like well praised. Like they get the praise that they deserve. But everything else on this list, in my opinion, is pretty underrated. And yeah, I really like this movie. It is just a damn good film. Absolutely love it. Or not love it. I don't know why I keep saying that, man. I don't love this movie. There are definite, like, pretty big flaws. It's still a really good movie, though. Really enjoy it. This is the only film we get to see the Avengers as an actual family. We don't get that in the other films, because the first one, obviously, they're being recruited, becoming a team, not a family, a team. And then 3 and 4, obviously, everyone's split up in Infinity War and then Endgame, like all that stuff's going on. Age of Ultron is the only Avengers movie we get to see them as an actual family, so I found that to be pretty cool. They get to deal with family trauma. We get the scene where they're trying to lift Mjolnir. I hope I pronounce the Thor's hammer names right. We get the scene where at Hawkeye's house, like there's just in like the party, there's just so many like chilling family moments that I just love seeing. And yeah, the action sequences are fun, and obviously we get introduced to Wanda, Vision, Quicksilver. We also get the death of Quicksilver, which I don't think is like a very emotional death. It is sad though, to watch that, since this is the only film we got introduced to him, so obviously it didn't have a big emotional impact on me or really anyone. If we saw him for another film or two, we'd probably have a bigger emotional impact, but they just went right at it and killed him off, which is kind of disappointing. I would have liked to see him in another MCU film, but they didn't do that. They just killed him off right away, so yeah. But anyway, fun movie. Obviously, the best thing of this film is Ultron. Ultron is an S-tier MCU villain. S-tier. Absolutely love him. I think that, I don't know who the voice actor is for him, but whoever voiced him is incredible. Every word that comes out of Ultron's voice is going to be like this chilling, great speech or quote. Like, it's incredible, man. Ultron is one of the most quotable comic book movie villains of all time. Whoever voiced him, man, just incredible. S-tier villain. 10 out of 10 villain. Absolutely love him. It sucks that they killed him off there, and so the only chance we have at seeing him again is the Vision Quest show. I'm pretty sure that's coming up next year. If we do see Ultron in there, I will be such a happy camper, man. I will absolutely love it. But yeah, Ultron obviously carries this movie. If he wasn't in it, it would be like a mediocre movie. But the only reason why I really say it's really good is because obviously Ultron, S-tier villain. So yeah, but anyway, there are some flaws. I think that there's just the comedy, I think, is just nowhere near as good as the first Avengers movie. It's a little like downgraded. I think that some of the family trauma, like I said, is really cool and interesting, fun. I wouldn't say, actually, I don't know why I said really cool, but it's fun. But also, there's like some family trauma where just like, bro, okay, we got it, man. Can we get some more action sequences? I wish we saw Ultron more. Like, it would follow him, like in Infinity War we followed Thanos. I'd like to like follow Ultron more, get him more screen time. Yeah, there's some heavy problems with this movie. It just doesn't feel like, it doesn't have that feel that the Avengers had first movie and like Infinity War Endgame. It doesn't have that feel. So yeah, it's also a pretty forgettable film, not gonna lie, man. Outside of Ultron and like the big final battle in Sokovia, the film is pretty forgettable, not gonna lie. But yeah, overall, man, just a really good film, like a very solid Avengers movie.
My runner-up, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Now, there's kind of a decent gap between Avengers Age of Ultron and Guardians of the Galaxy. Avengers Age of Ultron, really good film. But Guardians of the Galaxy, man, incredible film. Absolutely amazing. Like, what a movie, man. What a damn amazing film. Absolutely love it. So, yeah, I can't hold it anymore. I freaking love this film. And, yeah, I love this team. I actually, in some ways, I like this team better than the Avengers. That might be a hot take, but the Guardians of the Galaxy might be my favorite comic book team of all time. Like, absolutely love them. I just love how the movie forms these like group of thieves, kind of killers almost, and just forms them together. Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, Rocket, Groot, just forms them all together and makes this team, this family. I just love it. The comedy is like S tier. Like, this film is absolutely hilarious. I always die of laughter watching this movie. It is just so freaking hilarious. The action scenes are absolutely awesome. I just love going to planet, like these space battles. Absolutely awesome. The opening scene, man. The opening scene is absolutely incredible, where you have Quill as like, I don't know, like 8 years old, 10 years old, and just witnesses his mom die of a brain tumor. Absolutely incredible scene. Like, it is so shocking. Like, I remember watching that movie for the first time and just watching him as he's like freaking out, crying because his mom just died, like, obviously, and me just sitting there and like, oh my gosh, man, like, that's how you're opening this movie? Is this gonna be like a serious emotional movie? No, it's not, obviously. Very hilarious, but like, that opening scene is so shocking and incredible, man. Like, I almost shed a tear watching that scene. Incredible stuff. And then you get to Star-Lord's, like, Chris Pratt, just dancing, singing to Come and Get Your Love, and yeah, like, this soundtrack in the film, the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy has the best soundtrack of all time, and has the best usage of songs in their films. The first one has the weakest soundtrack, in my opinion, but still, fantastic soundtrack, and just seeing Star-Lord dance to Come and Get Your Love as he's stealing the Power Stone is just like so fun. Like after you go to that shocking scene to Star-Lord dancing to Come and Get Your Love, like, I don't know how do they do it, man. James Gunn absolutely cooked, man. I would love a fourth film, but I think that the third film like really ended off, like, really did a number on us, and ended the perfect trilogy. So it ended the trilogy perfectly. But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, absolutely incredible film, and I absolutely just love this movie.
But in first place, Captain America the Winter Soldier.
Funny story, actually. So, I've rewatched Winter Soldier several times, and every time I watch it, I had the same rating and feelings for it. Where, like, I say it was a great 8 out of 10 movie, but I was on that train where, like, I was saying it was overrated. Like, yeah, it's a great movie, but like, I think you guys are overhyping it. It's overrated. Like, people are calling it one of the best comic book movies of all time. I was just like, yeah, get out of here with that. And I rewatched it in February, leading up to Brave New World. Rewatched Captain America trilogy, and I had the same feelings. Great 8 out of 10 movie, but it's overrated. And then I watched it a couple weeks ago, and I said to myself, "You're a freaking idiot. You're a freaking idiot, man." I could not believe myself. It's an amazing movie. It went from an 8 out of 10 to 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10. Amazing film. I absolutely love it. Freaking fantastic film. One of the best MCU movies. I'm saying that right now. Like, Guardians of the Galaxy... sorry, I cannot speak. Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America the Winter Soldier are, like, in my top 10 favorite MCU movies. They are incredible films. But Captain America the Winter Soldier is next level. Top 5 MCU, in my opinion. We'll see. I need to rewatch No Way Home and Guardians 3. And if those make the cut, then Winter Soldier's, like, in, like, 6th place or something. But I'm just saying, like, it's basically my top 5 favorite MCU films. It is an incredible movie. Yeah, like, I'm not even joking when I say it might be one of the best action films of all time. It is so damn good. The action is so incredible, man. Chris Evans is great in here. Anthony Mackie's great in here. Sorry, I like freezing here. Scarlett Johansson, she's great in here. Like, everybody in this film is great. Winter Soldier is a fantastic villain. And man, just the action sequences, like, this is probably, yeah, like, I'm not even freeze here. Winter Soldier is the best action movie in the MCU. Like, the action scenes are so damn good. The opening action sequence is awesome. The elevator fight scene is just incredible, man. The action scenes just throughout the film are so damn good. The final battle, people are saying like it goes too far. It doesn't. The final battle is absolutely awesome. But, and like that shootout scene also, like in the highway, incredible. I don't know how they do it. Incredible action sequences. But the standout action sequence is really more of a chase scene, which is the Nick Fury chase sequence. One of the best one of the best movie chase sequences of all time, man. Incredible. Like the cops are secretly bad now, and he escapes, all that stuff, almost dies, and then when he escapes them, and it like blurs out and comes to focus, and it's the Winter Soldier. How did they do it? And the Winter Soldier theme is just playing in the background as he like shoots the thing under the car and explodes. Man, jeez, that is awesome. And like I didn't find it a twist because I knew it was Bucky, but still, the way they do it makes you feel like you didn't even see that coming. So damn good, bro. So damn good. How do they do that, man? Like people don't recognize the score for this movie. In my opinion, the score is like not one of the best, definitively one of the best scores in the MCU, but the score for Captain America: The Winter Soldier is so good. Like I have it downloaded on my playlist. I actually listened to the Fury one, during the chase scene. That score is really good. The one for the Winter Soldier, listen to that one, and just the score for this movie is just so damn good. Love it. So yeah, that's my ranking for all 6 Phase 2 MCU movies. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one.